Hi Mattie, this is a video response to your last video asking for people to chime in on your question about, let's see, your video cut out on me, but I got the gist. I got about 6 or 7 minutes of it. And you were asking about how would you deal with it if you were born in a generation back where maybe there wasn't as much information available and communication, and there was no YouTube, and then would you transition, and what do you think about that? That was the gist of your question. And I'm answering because well, I noticed, Mattie, that you're about 20 years old and I'm 43. And for those of you and yourself, Mattie, who may not have seen my videos, I was about to transition. I had my letter, everything was in order. And then a few days after I got my T letter, I was re-diagnosed with cancer. So I'm off all hormones. I'm not allowed to be on anything. I never started T by itself. I was on replacement hormones from having cancer previously, but so that has been stopped. But being 43, I do come from another generation, so I feel that I can actually answer that question based on my own experiences. When I was growing up, I was sure that I was a boy, just like my brother, until I got to the age where it was obvious that my body was very different from his. My penis wasn't going to grow. Peeing standing up was not working, and so forth. And then obviously by the time I hit about 11 or 12 and I started developing tumors on my chest, I realized, oh, that's what this is. And then when I was about 12 and I started to bleed, that's when I really thought about committing suicide. Obviously I didn't do it. And there was no example of a female to male trans person out there that I knew of, and I used my encyclopedia. You know, it's like a book and they go from A to Z, and I used my encyclopedias a lot back then, trying to get information undercover, because I would never ask about something like this. I really don't know if excuse me, I'm speaking. Shush. Hey! Sorry about that. I really was not aware that there was a fix to the problem, and I've always seen it as a medical problem. I've always felt as if I was washed in my mother with more testosterone, but not enough to have me pop out as a male in every sense of the word. And I didn't know that there was something that I could do to fix that. He's getting jealous because I'm talking to you, Mattie, and not him. Are you going to calm down, or am I going to have to bring you over here? Okay, let's see. So, all right, so, you know, talk about feeling completely alone, completely like a freak, like there was nobody else in the world like this, and then coming to the realization that people were talking to me, relating to me as female, and I've always had attraction to females, therefore I must be a lesbian, which is never felt right. I still hate it, but there's no other way to communicate. I mean, I don't know, maybe you guys would say something different about that, but that's what it seems like to me. So, yeah, there was definitely, I definitely participated in a lot of high-risk behavior. I unsuccessfully attempted to off myself in various ways, but never something as clear-cut as putting a gun to my head and pulling the trigger. But I participated in a lot of really risky sports. Rocky, please. I'm going to have to let him out. I'm very sorry about that. I don't have a pause, and I can't pause and continue, and so that's you know, never feeling like I could be myself, ever, really, and denying my transness, because I really didn't have a word for it forever. I just knew that I was supposed to be a boy, and I was in a lot of ways. I was super, super strong. I was super, super muscular, and I thought very similarly to a lot of my boy friends, my brother, and related to other boys, and they related to me like one of the boys. So when I realized that this was an option recently, I was so excited. So I think the fact that I was born in another generation really, it was a very different scene. The only example I knew was that tennis player who was a man who went through transition, and it was a very seemed to be very embarrassing public outing. I don't remember who that was, but anyway, I wasn't interested in making my life any harder, and really didn't. There were no examples of female-to-male transgendered people. So I hope that answers the question. I hope that's what you were looking for. And you know, man, I wish I was born. You know, I wish I was 20, because I wouldn't hesitate at all. I think you guys should consider yourselves very blessed to be born in a time where there are options. Yeah, the bottom surgery still sucks, and I think that would be a really big issue for me. Had I been able to transition, I think I would have had tremendous dysphoria in that area, because I'm pretty sure I would have ended up, the T would have, I think, been wonderful in terms of facial changes, muscularity, strength, but I think not having a penis would still really have been an issue for me. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, Mattie. I think you're wonderful, you're adorable, I love your accent, and I'm looking forward to hearing some other responses, okay? Take care. Bye-bye for now.